Are you considering selling your home here in Monmouth County, New Jersey, and you find yourself thinking about it and becoming a little overwhelmed with the whole process? Well, if so, stay tuned because I am going to answer the top questions Monmouth County homeowners have when it comes to selling their home. Hi, I'm Melissa DeSantis, broker associate in Monmouth County, New Jersey. Welcome back to my channel. In this video today, I am going to be answering some of the most common questions I get from sellers just like you. Let's start with one of the biggest questions I often get asked, and that is, how do I know if it's the right time to sell? Timing the market can feel overwhelming, and let's face it, it's almost impossible to do it perfectly. That's why I always advise my clients to focus on what works best for their personal situation. Start by thinking about what's happening in your life right now. Is this the right time for you and your family? Do you have the time and resources to get your home ready to sell and keep it show ready throughout the entire process? While it's true that spring is traditionally considered the best time to sell, it's important to understand that every season has its pros and its cons. During the spring and summer months, there tend to be more buyers actively looking, with many hoping to move before the new school year starts. However, not all of these buyers are serious. Some may just be casually browsing. In contrast, fall and winter typically bring fewer buyers, but those who are out there looking are often highly motivated. Think about it. If someone is house hunting in the cold or during the busy holiday season, they likely need to buy a home. Additionally, warmer months often bring more competition. Ultimately, the best time to sell is when it aligns with your needs and goals. I always recommend discussing your own personal situation to determine the best time for you to sell. The next question I often get asked is, what do I need to do in order to prepare my home for sale? The first step is declutter and depersonalize. Remove excess furniture, large items, and personal belongings. Remember, the goal here is to showcase the space and features of your home, not the items inside it. Removing personal items such as family photos allows a buyer to envision themselves and their family living in your home. As you declutter, take note of any small repairs that need attention. Fixing minor issues like leaky faucets, squeaky doors, chipped paint, and small holes in walls can make a big difference in how your home is perceived and the value of it. Next is a deep clean. A clean home creates a lasting positive impression. If tackling a deep clean feels overwhelming, consider hiring a professional and be thorough. This includes cleaning windows, cabinets, appliances, and all of those often overlooked small places. Staging your home is something else you may want to consider. Staging is a powerful way to make your home more appealing to buyers. Your real estate agent can offer guidance, and in some cases, they may work with professional stagers to bring out the best in your home. Even small touches like fresh flowers, stylish throw pillows, or rearranging furniture can make a big difference. Next up on the list is curb appeal. First impressions matter, and your home's exterior sets the tone for the entire showing experience. Power wash the home, the driveway, mow the lawn, and spruce up the landscaping with flowers, fresh mulch, or potted plants. Lastly, you will want to lighten and brighten your home. A well-lit, neutral home feels warm and inviting to buyers. If your walls are painted in dark or bold colors, consider repainting them in light, neutral tones. Paint is money in a can, as they say. Additionally, don't forget to replace any missing light bulbs and open the shades and blinds to let in all the natural light. Moving on now to question number 3, and that is, what does my township require to sell my home? This is also a common question, and the answer varies depending on which town you live in here in Monmouth County. Each township has its own requirements, inspections, and checklists for selling a home. While you can often find this information on your township's website, I strongly recommend double checking with your real estate agent or attorney to ensure accuracy. Requirements can change, and you don't want to miss anything that could delay your sale. To give you a few examples, if you are selling your home in Howell Township, you are one of the lucky ones. Selling a home in Howell is relatively straightforward. Howell Township requires a smoke and fire inspection as well as a letter of no interest, which is a form confirming that there are no open permits on the property. Once completed, obtaining the certificate of occupancy for resale is typically a simple process. On the other hand, if you live in Manalapan Township, like I do, selling a home here is more involved and time-consuming. In addition to a smoke and fire inspection, you'll need a full certificate of occupancy inspection as well. This inspection includes checking electrical systems, windows, stair railings, and other safety-related items. The township will also verify that all the necessary permits are in place and properly closed out. Additionally, Manalapan requires a zoning certificate of occupancy, and this involves paying a fee, submitting an application, and providing a recent survey of your property. The zoning department will compare the survey to their records to ensure all improvements such as fences, pools, sheds, walkways, patios, and other structures meet township codes and that they all have the necessary permits and conform to township guidelines. The process here in Manalapan is much more in-depth than in other towns in Monmouth County. Regardless of what town you live in, if you're unsure about what's required, I always recommend contacting your township's building, construction, or zoning department directly. They can answer specific questions and give you the answers you need specifically to your property and give you the most up-to-date information. By being proactive and informed, you can avoid delays and make the process of selling your home as smooth as possible. Question number 4, and this is one every homeowner wants and needs to know, and that is, how much is my home worth? How much can we list it for? Determining the value of your home is an essential step in the selling process, and it involves a combination of professional expertise, market analysis, and data-driven insights. One of the most common and reliable ways to determine your home's value is through a CMA, and that is a comparative market analysis. A real estate professional will research recently sold homes in your area that are similar in size, style, age, and features. We also consider active listings for homes that are similar to yours to gauge what our competition is. And we look at and examine all the currently pending homes and then adjust for differences such as upgrades, lot sizes, location within your own neighborhood. Current market conditions also help to determine the value of your home. Supply and demand. Is it a seller's or a buyer's market? And of course, mortgage rates play a role. When determining the value of your home, you want to discuss pricing strategy with your real estate agent. I believe every home, every person and situation is unique, so coming up with a personalized pricing strategy is crucial. Sometimes it makes sense to list it slightly under value to drive up the price and obtain more offers, and other times it makes sense to list it closer to its market value or a little higher. Again, every situation is different. One thing I will say is please do not base the value of your home based upon an online valuation tool like Zillow, Trulia, or Redfin. While these tools, like Zillow's Zestimate, can provide you with a rough estimate, they are often based on an algorithm and they don't consider your home's unique qualities or consider the current market conditions. Selling your home is a big decision. You deserve a process that's smooth, stress-free, and centered on your needs. Every decision you make matters, from preparing your home to navigating offers, and it's important to have the right resources and support to guide you along the way. Your goals are what truly matters. Whether you're looking to maximize your home's value, move on to the next chapter of your life, or simply explore your options, you deserve a personalized approach tailored to your situation. If you're ready to take the next step or just have questions about where to begin, I'm here to help. Together, we'll create a strategy that puts your goals first and makes the entire process as smooth and stress-free as possible. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please don't forget to tap the bell and hit the subscribe button. Until next time, I'm Melissa DeSantis, Broker Associate in Monmouth County.